Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Spells and Stride podcast, the only podcast that has a very witty joke at the beginning of each episode.
I'm pretty sure you made that same joke already.
Have I? Shoot. Okay, well, it's fine. Nobody has watched more than one episode.
Nobody watches us, it's fine.
Nobody has watched more than one episode of this podcast. We're good, we're fine, we're chill. We can repeat jokes all we want. You could tell your whole fucking broccoli story over again and it'd be fine.
Should I? I don't think we have a plan for this episode.
Well, Stripe, how was your day?
Uneventful. You want me to say more? Okay. I was going to see Dune 2, but my mom is not feeling very well, so we did not see Dune 2. So I recorded my next video, and that's it.
Cool. I nearly shit myself today.
Epic.
I went to this little, carnival thing, and it wasn't a very good carnival, and I should have known because it's in fucking Plant City, right? And if anyone's been to Plant City, Florida, you know that's the place where dreams go to die, right? That's hell on earth. That is the bumhole of bumholes. Never go to Plant City for any reason ever, unless you want sadness and depression in your life. And we got Omega Rain down, and that made my tummy a little bit sick because I got all cold and shit. And so I was like, man, I really gotta shit. And so I see this Target, and even though we're in the middle of traffic, I look at my mom and it's like, I really gotta shit. So I get out of the car in the middle of the road and I just start sprinting to Target. I do a 360 of the perimeter. I go around the perimeter of the inside of the Target and I see the bathroom, but it's closed. It's locked. It's been destroyed. All right, some fiend must have had a nasty shit because that shit was closed off. All right, it was quarantined to fucking back. So it's like, all right, okay, it's fine. I think I saw a sign for a Wendy's. I'll go there. I run to the Wendy's. I'm sprinting. I got my arms behind my back like I'm fucking Sonic the Hedgehog, 'cause I am. And still, I get to this Wendy's. I go, I look, I find the bathroom. Guess what? It's also broken. There's some fiend that's been destroying Plant City bathrooms, and there ain't shit I can do about it, except shit. But I'm wearing nice pants right now. I can't shit. And I'm also, in public and have like a 30-minute drive. And so I start to panic. I can feel the sweat start to enter my forehead, enter my armpits, and I just start looking. I run outside the windows. I start looking for anything. I see a church, and it's like, you know what? It's Sunday. I'm running to this church, and I'm like, dear God, if you exist, please let this place be open, and please let the bathroom be pristine. I run up to the church, crying, tears in my eyes. I'm trying to open the door. I'm pulling, I'm pushing. It won't open. The door is fucking locked, alright? This church is not open. And then I can feel it. I can feel my stomach start to come. An event is happening. But it was a fart. It was just a fart. And as soon as that fart happened, I had a new lease on life, alright? I think God made that fart, alright? And so I rush to the car. I rush back to the car and it's like, alright, just go. We'll find something else. This area sucks. There are no bathrooms here. And so we start driving, and I see an urgent care, but there's still traffic, all right? Everyone's trying to leave this shitty Plant City carnival, but it's like, you know what? All right. So I get out of the car again. I start running to this urgent care. I try and open the door. It's locked. I realize it's the back door to the place, so I have to go around. And I look at this, and I'm able to enter the urgent care, and I have to look at this poor, sad, urgent care receptionist in the eyes and like, listen, I just have to shit. And she nods solemnly. She knows what's about to happen if she says no. I enter that bathroom. Like Moses, I open... I spread the area. And I am able to shit the nastiest shit I have ever shat.
I am actually crying.
But I did it. I'm a fucking... I'm a fucking hero. If that urgent care had a fucking broken bathroom or wasn't closed or, you know, they made me ask a few more questions at the receptionist desk, I would have shit myself. That's not a joke. That's not a bit. I came this close to the unthinkable, alright? I saw the gates of hell, but I was able to turn back, alright? And you know what? It was a good bathroom, too. I had resigned myself to a shitty CVS bathroom, but the urgent care bathroom was pretty nice. Had good toilet paper. Shout out to that urgent care. I do not know the name of it other than it was an urgent care because I just could not fucking... I did not have the mental capacity to check such a thing. Yeah. And then we got home and I shat like 3 more times because my bowels are acting up. So the only way I'm gonna be able to do I couldn't eat because I knew like if I ate anything I wouldn't be able to. I would have to like stop in the middle of this podcast in order to shit. So that's how my day went.
Where do we go? How do we top that? Can we just end that episode here?
Yeah, sure. And thanks for watching the episode, guys.
Oh, no, man, the thumbnail for that.
The thumbnail is just me crowning it.
You broke me. I can't freaking breathe. I'm actually crying. I'm actually literally crying.
That and it was funny too because I always have, even when I'm not like talking to people, I will always have like an AirPod. Not an AirPod, it's a Raycon. I have a little Raycon in my left ear and I cover it with my hair. So no one knows I'm listening to music literally all the fucking time, just because I need it for like, I don't know, because I'm quirky like that. And so while I'm rushing to the bathroom, all I can hear is fucking, I fuck you not. It was fucking Hopes and Dreams from Undertale. And I'm just running, you know, I'm crying in the rain, but I did it, motherfucker, I did it.
How do we top this?
It's not
Do we
often.
have a question of the week?
I'm glad my story about shitting myself amused you so much.
I did not care at the start, but the more you just build, like, oh my god, because this feels like a cartoon episode, like just the worst possible luck you could possibly have over and over again.
The insane thing about that story is for like time and for consistency, I skipped a few buildings. That's how bad my luck was. It was like a health center that was closed too that I couldn't open. And there was a bunch of buildings that just didn't have the vibe of a building with a bathroom in it.
Like you did you go in your car at all during this time? Or were you just
Briefly for
like,
like 5 minutes, and that's when I saw the urgent care because
oh, okay, so there was nothing, no car time in between, no driving time in between the Target, the Denny's, the church.
no, I ran. I when it became from like the CVS to the Wendy's, I skipped the car. My mom was the one who was driving. I I was in a panic, so I didn't even like stop to say anything. I like while I was running, I turned to her and I signed the word for closed. She doesn't know sign language. I don't know why I did that, but I was in a rush. um, and so I just it was it got to the point where I was like, all right, listen, I'm just gonna have to fucking sit in this car. I can shit when we get home. And I just sat there like staring dead-eyed, like I was forcing an out-of-body experience onto
Do
myself.
Kubrick stare.
Oh, full on, yeah. Like, I was like, I'm trying to reach Nirvana so I don't shit myself, and I didn't. I thought I was gonna, but uh. It got to the point where it's like, all right, how am I gonna sit in the car after I've shit myself? I'm like trying to like do the logistics in my head. It's like, do I just fucking scrap the underwear? Do I try to go that route? I saw a bush. I looked at this bush, and it was like, I think the bush saw me back and quaked. Because it saw the look in my eyes, but I didn't go. Mostly because I knew there was a bunch of children about, and like, I'm pretty sure that's a felony if I shit near children. And so I was like, so I didn't go in the bush. I was, but yeah, no, that was a shitty carnival too. It got rained on, which isn't their fault, but like, carnival feels like such a stretch of the word, because it was like overpriced, like carnival food. So you got fucking elephant ears for like half a lung. They did this game show, and like the gimmick was that like kids could participate in the game show, and Ellie saw this, and so we were one of like the first ones like in line to wait because she really wanted to like be a part of this, and it started raining while we were waiting for like the game show, and then they started giving out kids raffle tickets, and that's when I was like, oh shit, and I had this deep feeling in my stomach like, uh-oh. We're not lucky people, all right? No one in my family has good luck, right? That's just a fact. We don't get picked for shit. We're not... And so he starts pulling out these raffle tickets, and it's like, oh, God. But I just sit there, and I was like, all right, you know what? There's a chance. But as more and more kids showed up, I was like, fuck. And eventually, they started, like, calling out the kids to go up on stage for the game show. And they really hyped it up too. They were like, you can get this new bike. And she was so excited. And then they called a number that was one off from her number on the raffle ticket. And she ended up not getting called at all, and she cried. So, fuck those guys. I'm never go to Plant City. Never go to Plant City. The whole entire... Like, everyone shits about Florida. Everyone's like, oh, we should nuke Florida. Just nuke Plant City. That's... No one likes Plant City. I don't like Plant City. Maybe some people do. I've never had a good experience there. But people keep trying to do events there, and I don't know why. I don't know why anyone's so stupid. But yeah. So that's how my day went.
Epic.
Yeah. Sorry for overtaking the episode, this episode. It's been 15 minutes, and I've said most words.
Yeah, I was a little worried about, like I mentioned, I wanted to do a thing where you guess the 60 characters for the tier list for the top 60.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, is that too egotistical to
No.
take up that much time? I think I think it's fair now if we ever do that.
Oh, yeah. No, that actually sounds fun. I do think you'll have to tell me in advance, because I think it'd be kind of boring for me to just sit here and be like, alright, so I'm at like 23, now let me just sit for 5 seconds.
If you ever do that, I will allow you to use the tier list.
Yeah. Of course I'm going to use the tier list. You kidding me? I'm not going to do no fucking closed notes test for this shit. Yeah. Just tell me in ahead so I can prepare like some guesses.
Yeah, I'll be like, I recorded part 1. It's time. Next time we do the cast, we should do the guessing.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, you
I've
recorded it
not
already?
finished- I've
Oh
not finished
shit, that's
it.
exciting.
No. I would say I will tell you when I have.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't even finished the script yet.
Oh. All right. Well, Godspeed, my dude. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah. And I need to wait for the guy who's doing the art to finish. The
Yes. But besides working on the video, unless you want to talk about that, is there...
Do we have a question of the week first?
Oh, we do actually. So this came about of me like realizing, man, there's a lot of like fan bases that people associate with like shitty people, right? Like Steven Universe, Sonic, early Halo fan base, and it's like, what's a
Pretty much every fan base has like some sort of negative reputation at this point.
Yeah. That's what got me thinking. What's a fan base with like a good reputation, or at least a you consider like if you met like a new person and they're like, I'm a fan of this, and you're like, you're cool, aren't you? You know, what's a fan?
Ask me last year, and I would have said it's Kirby, but now Kirby does have a bad reputation as a fan base.
Does it? What the fuck did Kirby fans do?
I'm not entirely sure. I think it's just the stigma of like, you know how people say, oh, there's no bad Kirby games. They're like, frick you, there are bad Kirby games, you dummy dumbs. And also just other state. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just people on Twitter hate people being happy. That's your answer.
It's probably because Kirby's now getting more like attention from Nintendo that's happening, I would imagine.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's how it is with Nintendo. The most popular fan bases suck, but if you're like a Pikmin fan or something crazy, then apparently you're just the dopest motherfucker ever. Yeah.
No, I've heard a lot of people getting annoyed by the Pikmin fandom now.
Well,
now that Pikmin 4 got really big.
Did it get big? I never got into Pikmin.
It was pretty popular.
Oh, good for you. Good for Pikmin, I guess. But yeah, I like this question of the week. I thought of like the Monday, like the day after recording, and I think like one of the only things I could think of was like God of War. I don't feel like I've ever had like an experience. Like, I feel like most God of War fans, especially of like the recent 2, have been pretty chill, and they're like, I feel like the most like discourse has been over like the fucking yellow paint shit. You know about the yellow paint discourse, right?
Wasn't that for Final Fantasy?
Final Fantasy, like boosted it up again, but it's been a thing for a while now. Of, but yeah, and that's like the only time, like the only time I ever saw God of War fans be like a little bit annoying was about that. But it's like it's good, it's good game design. Just who cares about your immersion? Shut up. But yeah, I feel like most God of War fans are pretty chill. I do feel a little biased saying that as a God of War fan. But also, I'm right. So, do you have any answer?
Not really. Every fan base sucks.
Fair
That's our first
enough.
stop.
Except for what?
I remember what's his name? I Hate Everything. Back in like I think like 2014, he did like the top 5 worst fan bases, and his like rules were basically just how much porn do they have for the fan base, and it's like okay, if your qualifications for bad fandom is they make porn of their fan base, every single fan base is bad.
That's a really, yeah. That's not. that's silly.
It was back in like 2014, 2015, but still,
Yeah.
still, I'm pretty sure Rule 34 still existed, but like the actual rule.
Almost certainly.
Yeah, I had to because that's back when like people actually knew that there was more than just one rule.
Yeah. Yeah. Then I assume the video was like the obvious ones, right? Like, oh, My Little Pony, the furry fan base. I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, furry was on there. Anime as a whole was on there. Number 1 was Five Nights at Freddy's.
Honestly, true.
Yeah, but remember, this was 2014, so the games just came out.
Yeah, honestly, every Five Nights at Freddy's fan is a terrible person.
Aren't you a Five Nights at Freddy's fan?
I was watching an ID fantasy video earlier this day. She does great theories.
Don't know who that is.
She made a new one about Glitch Trap and the Mimic. There was some good stuff. I agree with a lot of the points she made. So,
Epic. Frick it, I'm gonna give me a second.
all right.
I'm going to his channel. I'm gonna try to see what the 5 worst fan bases of 2014 or 15 or whatever, what they are.
Yeah.
Anything what are we going to talk about today as I look this up?
Let's talk about Five Nights at Freddy's lore. Let me teach you about a little thing about Five Nights.
No, we talk about that all the time. No, I'm not doing Five Nights at Freddy's.
Dang it! God dang it! Fuck.
Okay, so Sonic and MLP are on the thumbnail, so I'm guessing yeah, it is probably there on there.
I had a very good read with the in 2015 saying having a guy say MLP is the worst fan base. That's not like the most surprising read ever.
Yeah.
MLP used to be fucking hated.
2015. Yeah.
I remember the vitriol.
Now people have calmed down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gotten to the point where it's like I kind of want to watch it.
I watched it back in 2021, so like it's definitely died down by that time because the show ended in 2018. Even then, like after the movie came out, I think most people were like, you know what, we should stop having flame wars over this. Who cares? I mean, granted, it took like 7-8 years, but still.
Yeah, I think it also just had deal with a thing of like, there's probably some discussion to be had about like bronies and what men are culturally allowed to like and dislike, and how My Little Pony doesn't really fit into that. But I'm stupid, so I'm not gonna start that conversation. I'm just kind of aware that it's probably there. And by probably, I do mean definitely.
Do you want to guess the top 5 worst fandoms are?
So you said MLP.
According to I Hate Everything.
You said MLP.
I Hate Everything in 2015.
You said Sonic. 2015? Or...
Yeah. Came out April 2015.
I think if it was 2016, Undertale would be probably be on there, but I think April of 2015
Undertale didn't exist this time.
No, yeah, I couldn't remember the exact month. It was like October, wasn't it?
It was like was it
August?
No, I think it was like September.
Yeah,
September, August, yeah.
So My Little Pony, Sonic, FNAF, anime. So the other one, I'm gonna guess.
I just kind of tell you though, he's all right. Yeah, it doesn't really, why even have you guess? I already told you 4 of them.
I'm gonna guess Minecraft was the other one. I'm gonna say Minecraft.
Number 5, gamers. Number 4, anime. Number 3, Sonic. 2, My Little Pony. 1, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Was this like, when you say April, was it April 1st? Was he just like, I'm gonna make fun of the
April
most
24th.
Okay. So he just woke up and picked violence. All gamers. True though.
Yeah, like all of anime, all gamers. That's a little too big of a net, you know? Because by that logic, Five Nights at Freddy's shouldn't even be on the list because it shouldn't just be under gamers.
That is a very good point. That doesn't sound like a very good video.
Again, this is 2015.
Yeah.
A lot has changed since then.
Yes.
No one's like, there was a ton of like the worst fandoms of all time, and now it's like, okay, well everyone kind of sucks, so like who cares?
Yeah. When's the Stripe the Squid video of the top 10 worst fan bases? When are you doing that?
I was like, I've been wanting to do videos since like forever, since like 2012 or so. And that was like an idea like, oh, I'm gonna roast these bad fandoms, and now I'm like, okay, but like all fandoms suck, and everyone already knows the exact thing I'm gonna bring up. So like, what's the point?
Yeah, the idea of you roasting a fandom, I don't see it.
Yeah. To be fair, back when I thought of this idea, it was like during my angry, edgy face. Oh, everything's bad. Nowadays I'm a lot more chill.
The idea of an edgy Stripe is very funny to me. Because
quick, everyone who watches this, send me your emo, edgy Stripe the Squid OCs. What would I look? It's just like the freaking like emo SpongeBob edit, but with me.
Dude, oh my gosh, I want to commission emo you so bad right now.
Yeah, because no one's gonna draw us. I always turn the camera and say, "Hey, someone should draw this," and no one ever does.
It's almost like nobody watches the podcast. That's not true.
True,
some people do.
bestie spit.
We got like, we were starting to get like regularly like fairly decent views, and then we just fell the fuck off. And it's like, well. But all that means is that our most popular video does have more views than the most popular Whooper Watch video. So suck on that. We are better.
Does it?
Yeah, our most popular video is at like 900 views, and theirs is at like 600, which means we're better people than them. Don't check their subscriber rates.
Wait, what's the most popular video?
For us, it's the Ben 10 tier list video, which means we've got to do another tier list soon. For them, I don't remember.
Their best is Pokemon Starter Final Evolutions 694.
We could talk about Pokemon Starter Evolutions. I don't want to.
Why are you so obsessed with the views when you know that no one's going to watch us?
Yeah, I don't know. It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I have something we can talk about. You're like, oh, Stripe because I was trying to get people to watch the commercials video. You're like, oh, Stripe when when some people watch, but not everyone. Mother fricker, you complain about views for the podcast we admit no one watches. Shut up.
Yeah, in my defense, that was like my emotionally stunted way of like trying to make you feel better. It didn't work.
How? Yeah, that's the exact opposite.
I think in my head I was like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. And that's not and I don't, that's not exactly always the best tactic for someone who's down about a thing, is to be like, eh. So that's me. That's my issues as a human, but the intent wasn't to be rude. It was just,
well, you failed.
I did fail. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I talk about views a lot, but that's mostly just because it's easy to. It's a I don't know. And also, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what my deal is. I don't know why I talk about the things I talk about. Because I don't normally think about like how many views like this podcast has, but like when we're actively recording the podcast, obviously one of the things that's going to be on my mind is the podcast, and it's that those things I can like. It's easy to bring up stuff like that. But yeah. Yep. So, did you get the news of Splatoon DLC?
No.
I did.
Epic.
It's fun. I think Pearl is officially my favorite Splatoon character.
Can I ask why?
Good personality. I didn't realize how short she was, and I think that's very funny. And also, she comes in clutch within the DLC, and so it's like I'm now a Pearl fan. I like all of them. I don't want to sound like I'm like, oh yeah, Marie sucks. No, Marie's cool too. Shout out to Splatoon. That's a good video game franchise.
I hate Splatoon.
You're the only good inkling. That's what you always tell me.
Yeah. I love racism so much.
Oh, same. Let's talk about how much we hate how much.
Stop.
Yep.
Stop.
There's not a lot. Did you watch the new Megamind?
No.
I heard it got a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yep.
Yeah. So there's that.
I doubt it's that bad, but obviously it's not what people wanted. We already talked about it.
Yeah. The 0% does kind of make me want to check it out, though, in all honesty. So How do you even watch it? Because it's not like in theaters.
It's on Paramount Plus. No, it's Peacock, I think.
No. I swear Paramount Plus and Peacock should just merge because everyone just. Anytime it says Paramount Plus, oh, no, they usually mean Peacock. And same thing for the opposite when they're like, oh, it's on Peacock. Nope, it's on Paramount Plus. I always feel like people get those two specifically mixed up together. Because they're like the weird, like, sort of like underdogs of the streaming world where it's like, they've got some bangers, but no one cares. But yeah, I can go into Peacock. I can pee on some cock. That is one of the lesser jokes I've made on this show. And I did a whole thing about shitting myself today. You got anything you want to talk about?
Nope.
Great! Great! I'm trying to think of words to say so this video isn't filled with crippling silence. And it's a very hard task for me to do. You'd think we'd get better at this after over a year, but we haven't. Well, we have. We definitely have. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't be mean. What's you ever watch Seinfeld?
I'm pretty sure I answered this in an old one, and no, I've not seen Seinfeld.
You know, deep down I knew that. You're not much of a sitcom guy, are you?
No, not really.
Yeah. That's cool. That's nice.
Friendly reminder that we usually have like another full hour of list left.
Yeah, well, that is true. And that is true. I cannot deny the truthfulness behind the words you have just spoken. This is why you should let me talk about FNAF lore. I totally would have been able to go for an extra hour, but no, you won't let me. You're restraining my powers, my abilities to speak for long periods of a time. And for what? So you don't have to hear about the Fall Fest Carnival? Bah. Bah, I say, bah, humbug. You're also allowed to say words, you know.
No, I think it's funny to just tell you to go off.
Oh, this is funny to you? My fucking pain and suffering? This is funny to you?
It's pretty funny.
You know what? I'm glad you're having fun. You know, I've been I do have topics written down, admittedly, but it was like 3 a.m. after like because I have insomnia issues, and so I was like super sleep deprived when I wrote them all down. And so I looked at them again and I was like, oh, these don't make any fucking sense. Such include peanuts. I assume I mean as in Snoopy and Charlie Brown stuff. I assume I didn't mean nuts, like, peanuts, like the food. But there's, besides that new Charlie Brown short coming out starring Franklin, there's not a whole lot. I don't know why I wrote that down, because I don't think either of us have seen that short. I'm not even entirely sure it's out, actually. I just remember a lot of people talking about it, and that's about that. It looked nice, though. It was well animated, from the clips I've seen. I did, you got any opinions on that, Stripe?
Nope.
Great! I also wrote down horses. Don't know why. I can only imagine, it's 3 a.m. I'm, in bed and I'm desperately thinking, okay, what can we talk about? And I'm just like, you know what? Want to know what's dope? Want to know what's cool? Horses. And to be fair, I'm right. Horses are cool. What's your thoughts on horses, Stripe?
Fred the horse over the garden wall.
I shouldn't have expected anything more. I wrote down good food, ? I assumed the only thing I could be thinking of when writing this was like, I don't know. I was probably just hungry. Stripe, what's your favorite food?
So when I have like the floor for an episode, we get all-time classics like the autism episode and the movie pitch. When you have the floor, it's just you stumbling, trying to not make sure that this podcast doesn't only last 40 minutes.
I feel like a first-time stand-up comedian who's on the stage sweating bullets, and I make like a shitty little joke only to hear complete silence over a swath of people, and I just have to be like, there's 5 more minutes, I just gotta keep saying shit until I can be home free, until I can go home, see my wife, see my children, I can finally be free. This was a mistake. Everything, all these little life choices I have made have come up to indescribable amounts of dread and anguish, and now here I am, standing here, microphone in hand, and I just gotta say, what the fuck's the deal with airline food? So that's where I'm at emotionally, except for the wife and children part.
You really should have waited to say your story at the end.
And then what? Start off
like,
boring too?
Well, where do you go from that? Clearly you don't know because it's been half an hour. This feels like the longest recording time we've ever done, and I keep looking at this thing like, oh my god, it hasn't even been an hour.
I think I'm doing an excellent job of saying good words. And you know what? Why you're able to monologue more than me, mister? It's because when you start to monologue, I support, I add on, I yes and. You and your fucking one-word responses like a villain while I'm out here suffering, while I'm out here on the end of my rope. You're just like, yep, for the horse. Nope. Anyway, you fool, you fiend, you bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. Fucking. I will cut you with a knife. I've got a little knife and I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get your shins, boy. I'm gonna... And you're gonna fall to the ground because I've got your shins. That's what's up. That's what's... Yeah. Then I'm gonna eat your shins. And then you're just gonna be like, oh. That's what's gonna happen. Mr. One Word Response. You got
Okay.
a bunch of long ass strips. So many, and yet you can't even give me more than 2 words. How the fuck's that work? You know, I can say words. I can keep saying words. You know what? I've only been so silent because I've been trying to let you have the floor. But no, it's clear that you don't want the floor. So you know what? I'm just gonna talk. And I can say whatever the fuck I want. Cause you know what? I got things to say. I'm not sure what they are yet. Admittedly, I'm pretty much making this up as I go. But I've got shit to say. I hope to God that's true. So let's talk about me a little, why don't we? I have had a middling week this week. I was sick yesterday.
Sorry. I had to leave a bit to feed my dogs. Sorry, I've been gone for like 5 minutes. Did I miss anything?
I am so tempted to just kick you out of the podcast and then just have the rest 50 minutes just be me monologuing. You give one word response and that's exactly what's gonna happen, son. So don't fuck with me. It's gonna be the Spells podcast. No stripes about. I'm gonna title this "Stripe is Dead." That's gonna be because
I don't think YouTube would like that.
Yeah, just the Spells podcast.
I'm the one who gets the views, though. Everyone who comments on this is my friend, not yours. So,
all right. Well, some of them are both. Well, that's. I think Corin commented once or twice.
Do you know anything about Gun or Cyan besides that they're my friends?
Yeah, I know, and I feel bad about that. It's not your fault you have more friends than me. It's not my fault you have more friends than me.
Yeah, it's almost like I actually do stuff on the YouTube channel.
I have been working so hard at this new wave of videos, and I've been I've been working hard on my new video, and it's gonna I'm really proud of how it's coming out so far. It's not gonna be perfect. I think I read the script a little too fast. To the point where I'm gonna have to watch it a bit more, and maybe I'll record it, but re-record it. We'll see. But I've been really trying my best, and I know I'm not where you're at, but I will be one day. I will absolutely get to 1,000 subscribers, and then it may take.
Make a video on autism.
I don't think I'm allowed to do that.
Just make a video on ADHD or bisexuality or something.
And I might just do that. It's just, I
do think we should have a call, not a podcast call, like a normal call where we try to write the script.
Yes. There's some things I need to research beforehand before I can really start going ham with that. And honestly, I'm going to be fully honest with you. I was thinking about this, where genuinely, I don't exactly believe it's in my best self-interest to get our collab video out as soon as possible. I think I want to have a at least the Zenkuno Terra belt out of it'll maybe one or two others released to the
If only you
world.
had like a year's worth of things where you show yourself. Maybe even have me there to show that we have good chemistry or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I I feel bad now that like um I've started to feel bad that you're the only one who consistently makes good stuff. And it's like I just want to be as good as you. And I know the Zinc Terror I mean it's not a video you would make uh full on especially for a few reasons. Um and but I still think like the quality of work it's not nowhere near to your level, but I'm trying to figure out how to record scripts, how I'm trying to figure out lighting now. I'm finally getting the handle of editing. I've only been editing for like several years, but only now am I finally like starting to like get a genuine grasp of it. And there's all these things I'm learning. I'm getting better at writing. I think I've been writing more at least, and it's to the point where I feel good enough about the current script I'm working on to not have to show it to you, and I don't want to show it to you because
Did you hate me?
I don't want your help.
Okay. God, Jesus, fine.
Uh, and it's because you're just it's not because I hate you. It's because I like you and I respect you a lot, and it's like I you know I you know I I want to be able to get to be as good as you on my own in a sort of sense, and so just and I don't know because I still want to do the collab because also just on its own just working with you sounds fun. And I mean there's the podcast, but this would be something different, a bit more, with a bit more effort to put into it, if you will. And I think there's a lot I could learn from that too. But I also, I just want to make like one like full proper, fully scripted, fully shot, fully edited by me, no help video that I can be proud of. And Blair Witch was
what about the Blair Witch?
Blair Witch was I feel like Blair Witch was too I think I think Blair Witch was a bad topic because a lot of Blair Witch stuff gets really samey the more you go on, where it's either like comedic or like sort of or like there's some comedic stuff, like parody gets very parodied, but you've seen one Blair Witch parody, you've seen them all. Um, there's and a lot of like the lore is very samey, where it's like, somebody went in the woods, shit happened, and I think there's a reason why there's never been a proper Blair Witch iceberg video before. And while I'm happy with like the research that was done, um, I wasn't able to get the VTuber model working just right, and there's a lot of little issues where it's like I don't think of it as a bad video, but it's like I don't think of it necessarily as good either. I think there's uh, another. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what my style is, what my YouTube personality brand, whatever you call it is, and and I do have like um and I do think this I do think like I think this new wave of what's coming up in my original content, I think that there's a chance that this could finally be it, right? No more, oh, I'll try this for a few weeks and then I'll fuck up enough to get sad for like 3 months and then, I'll think about starting again for another 2 months and then, you know, I think this might finally be the era of putting out a video once a month that I can be proud of. Or at least that I can look back on and be like, this isn't shit. Because I think the thing that upsets me most about the Blair Witch is that there is no follow-up. That after Blair Witch, I stopped, and I'm, you know, and also I don't associate those two videos with a particularly good time in my life. The fucking fighting game video was made entirely because I was so depressed at that point of time and I just needed something to do. And that's why there's like the super long OVA. It's because I just needed more work to do for another like day or two. And that's not why I want to create. I just don't want to create like out of, sadness, out of depression. I want to create out of a love for, uh, you know, that's one of the reasons why it's entirely a coincidence, but it's one of the reasons why the whole idea of Spellbinder is kind of really working for me, because I want to focus on stuff that has spellbound me in a way, of stuff that that I love with, that I want to share that love with, or in the Zancuno Terror video case, things that I love to hate, because that counts too. I decided, and it's very much, there's just I want to make videos out of the joy of creation, rather than just trying to figure out a way to escape the grief I was going through back then. And also, I kept trying to make Let's Plays happen. I think I'm good at Let's Play. I kind of reached the point where it's like, okay, I know I can make a good Let's Play video. I think I would rather just play video games on my own time. And that's what I started doing. It was like, the moment where it's like, alright, I'm no longer doing Let's Plays, was when I just sat down and played Yakuza 8 for like 4 hours on my own, just because it's like, it's a good game, If I ever... I do like the idea of gaming content still, and I have an idea for a video that's going to be a bit more gaming related, though it's not at all going to be a Let's Play style. There's an old Minecraft trend that I'm sort of piggybacking off of, and I have my own spin on it, which that video won't come out for a long time, probably, just due to the nature of it. And that's fine. That's a thing I'm more than happy to like take slowly. Because also I have to take things slowly. You have work too. But I have work, I have school, and I'm bad at multitasking, and I'm just now starting to learn how to multitask and how to have a day where I do more than just one thing. And that's been interesting. That's been a good learning process for me. It's yeah, but the Sengi no Terror video, I spent so much. It's the most. It's not the most research I've ever done for a video. It's the most I've put into a script that isn't just research. That is my own ideas, my own spin. I think where a lot of like the Blair Witch video gets boring is that it's just me stating facts. I think I like mentioned my opinions on like the three Blair Witch movies, and like there's a few like little interjections here and there, but the Zenki no Terror thing, it's a full on review, and that means it is very much my own word, right? And of course I do talk about the plot, and a lot of the way I do review is by going through the plot and being like, all right, this is what works, this is what doesn't, this is what works. It's mostly what doesn't work. It's a very it's not a positive review. But then like at the end, at the beginning, there's this part where I talk about how I learned of it, and that's just entirely like me telling a story, like my own personal story with it, of this show, of how I came to find it. And I think it's not the most interesting story in the world, but I think it's good setup for where my head's at when coming into the show, of just not knowing a damn thing. And I throw in some little wit here and there, or at least I try. What I deem to be wit, which one might not always deem to be that. Then there's the ending, and like the last few pages is fully just me. Like, all right, I've already said all the plot. Now I'm going to go through the different elements of the show and like really get to the details of why it doesn't work for me in particular. And there's a lot of me within the video, and that's one of the reasons why I'm most proud of the script. And I think like, because I showed you the like Ace Attorney script that I wrote that I ended up scrapping, and I think looking back, it's because it wasn't a very me video. And to be fair, it is about racism, which makes sense why it wouldn't be a very me feeling video, right? It's more me just going over facts, going over research that I did, and and that's why I don't think I could ever get that proud of the video, because it wasn't a me script. It's a script I could see, but I think that's where I want this new direction to go to, is to show off myself, and to also still have fun, entertaining content, and learning what it means to be fun and entertaining. And that's very exciting. So yeah.
Hey, sorry, I had to go feed my dog again. I've been gone for a time. Did I miss anything?
You know what? I just sang "Kissed by a Rose" the entire time. It was a fun time.
Oh, yeah! Oh, that's gonna be so cool to listen back. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's your favorite song, as you often tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When are we gonna do the duet we've been hyping up for so long?
Dude, we could do it right now.
But we won't.
Oh man, I was about to start singing.
I don't know the song off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
You just go after me, because I actually do, for whatever reason. No, we don't have to. I won't force my singing upon you. or rather, I won't force it upon my roommates. It is getting late. Yeah. Yeah, you said I couldn't monologue. Look at me monologue. I don't know how fucking long it was. It's over an hour now. I think that was like 20 minutes.
Yeah, but let's be honest, no one's watching you like vent to me. I'm sorry.
No, it was an
I
event.
didn't want to say anything.
Was that event?
A little bit.
I guess I did get to some sap. I didn't consider it much of a. Yeah, I guess you could see that. Yeah. Oh man, I couldn't. I forgot I brought my computer, but I forgot the charger from went over to my mom's house for the weekend, and so I couldn't edit the video, and I was so sad because all I want to do is just sit down and edit this fucking thing. Even now, I mostly just want to edit the video, but it's like no, I have to monologue about making the video.
You sly dog, you call me monologuing.
Yes.
That's an incredible reference.
Dude, I could be Syndrome. But I would win. I would have won. If I was Syndrome, I just would have. I would have murdered that entire fucking family.
He commits genocide in that movie.
I mean, who hasn't?
I haven't.
Yes, you have. Don't lie. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to my face. You bitch.
Someone messaged me saying, "I know you're recording a podcast. Say hi to Robin to me, and also bring up Captain Boomerang and Fusion Fall. Remember Fusion Fall? So
oh fuck yeah,
hi.
Fusion Fall.
So hi for my friend.
Do they not want their name in the podcast? I get it. I wouldn't want to be
Gun. It's Gun.
I had a feeling they seem like the Fusion
Yeah.
Fall kind of person. We are now
They
we are now mutuals on Twitter because I'm slowly stealing all your friends. I'm not.
I noticed that, like, whenever I scroll down to their comments, like their replies, like, why is Robin talking to my friends? Like, my fingers aren't allowed to mix. What the frick?
I did feel a little bad about that, but it's like, it started out because you're just like, oh, and subscribe to these people. And it's like, all right, I'll subscribe to these people. Then it's like, but then it's like, I don't know. And then I started like I don't know. I don't know how to interact with people. I'm just trying to. Cause Cyanize's content I actually just enjoy now. Just like. I am officially on that train. I'm just a proper subscriber, and they've also commented on some of this stuff too, and I've commented on some of their stuff. So it's like, I guess now we're like vague like mutuals who are like sort of aware of each other's existence, and it's like that's good enough for me. Because I was like, I could probably like try and interact more, but it's like I don't I don't know if that's considered rude or not to start trying to befriend someone just because you're their friend. Listen, man, the pandemic happened while I was in my developmental years. I'm emotionally stunted, socially stunted, I should say. I don't know how to deal with people. Are you kidding? So yeah. have that vent for you. Put that in hashtag vent. Uh, yeah. Yeah. I will. I probably won't interact too much out of sheer nervousness. Unless they like retweet good fan art, because I will always retweet good fan art. That's just the way it is. That's how I live my life. Don't fucking how dare you? I see what you're doing. The only I can monologue about fun things. I was just no, I can't. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't.
Epic.
This is because you didn't let me talk about Five Nights at Freddy's. This is your fault.
I mean, I get you've been waiting every night to finally roam and invite newcomers to play with us. For many years we've been.
Oh, so you get to talk about Five Nights at Freddy's? You get to talk about how fucking dare you? With this double.
Remind me, I forgot who defended Five Nights at Freddy's during last episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was me. I did it.
Yeah, but who's the
You
bigger...
had the choice. You could have picked that, or you could have picked Undertale. You picked Undertale.
Yeah, but I'm still the bigger FNAF fan between the two of us.
Yeah, but you hate FNAF.
But I like it more than you do.
No, you hate it. That's why you picked Undertale.
I like both. I just thought Undertale, like, I just have more, like... I thought Undertale I could appeal to emotions better with that. Rather than with FNAF.
Did you see MatPat's final FNAF video?
I did, and it was good. Cause he did... It wasn't even a theory. He just talked...
It wasn't.
Bro just talked about FNAF for half an hour, and it's like, you know what? That's the kind of shit I like to see. And...
I mean, I knew basically everything that he said, but, like...
Yeah.
It's fun for his final FNAF video.
Yeah.
What do you think his final is? I'm gonna say it's probably not. It's probably not a theory. It's probably just like a big thank you. Maybe like recapping the history of the channel or something.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if it's like an actual theory.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be more of like just a celebration type thing. Honestly, what I could see, clip show.
Yeah, that'd be so lame, but I could see it.
And then at the end, it's gonna be like, Mad Pat, Steph, the new four hosts, maybe some like background people, and they're all gonna go at the same time. But that's just a theory, a game theory. And then Mad Pat on his own is gonna go, and thanks for watching. And then credits are gonna roll, and people are gonna like, and then people are gonna be like, this was the saddest moment ever. I'm 12.
Then they're gonna show Mad Pat's execution live on stage.
Oh yeah, he just gets shot.
Yeah. Just every person who's ever worked on the show just shoots him in the chest just one time.
Includes his wife.
Steph goes first. His child goes last.
No, Ollie, no. That's dark.
Ollie, you don't have to do this. But Dad, I think I have to do this. In theory. Oh, Ollie, you really look... Bang, bang! He just made a video on Gravity Falls. It was pretty good.
Yeah, he also mentioned... I didn't actually finish that one, but I should. I was watching it during my dramatic poop. But it didn't last
Epic.
long enough for me to finish the whole video, so I still need to catch up.
Epic.
Yeah. In case you wanted more of my doo-doo lore.
No, I really don't. Oh, God,
All
we're
right,
so
fine.
close to end. We're so close to the end. We somehow managed to fill it up.
Yeah. I gotta... We got 15 minutes left. Like, oh, shit, what else should I...
No. Usually it's just 120, so we have 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. So I can't go for the big guns. I could go for something small, you know. Can't go full, like, parents' divorce, but maybe, like, a... I don't know, one time I
Or
stubbed
we can
my
just end the episode
toe.
right now.
We could.